Hey, what's up everybody? It's Jason from Dwar and Buddy. Welcome back to another edition of Traeger Tuesday. Today we're going to be doing some local in-season favorites. I've got fresh green beans, freshly picked from my garden. We're going to be Traegering that up with a little bit of bacon. We have a beautiful sockeye salmon. We're going to be putting a blackened seasoning rub on that. On top of the salmon, we're going to lighten things up with a nice fresh dill cream sauce. Putting everything in the Traeger, getting that delicious smoky flavor. Let's get it going. So to get things started, we got to get the cream sauce going. So grab a bowl. We've got a cup of sour cream, 3/4 cup of mayonnaise. We're just gonna mix those in. All right, so we have the mayonnaise and sour cream in there. We're gonna dice up a couple green onions. So we have about a tablespoon of dried dill. Let's go ahead and toss that in. And then like any good Traeger recipe, we're gonna use that Traeger veggie rub. Again, a little bit of garlic, a little bit of paprika, a little bit of sweet, a little bit of heat. And then we're gonna mix this up. And this cream sauce is really gonna lighten things up with that blackening season on the salmon. It's gonna be peppery and a little bit of spicy, so this is gonna be a nice soft touch. All right, so our dill cream sauce is all ready to go. We're gonna put this in the refrigerator and let it chill. Now this is one of those sauces that you can make the day before, you can make a couple days ahead of time if you want. And again, this is not just for the salmon. You can use this to dip fresh veggies in. It is good on pretty much anything, crackers. So we're gonna refrigerate this and get going on everything else. So next up, we're gonna get started on those green beans. So we've got about 1.5 pounds of freshly picked green beans. We're gonna toss those in a large mixing bowl. We have a couple cloves of garlic. We're just gonna do a fine chop on that. Okay, garlic goes in. Now this is where it gets good. So we're gonna do about 1/2 pound of bacon. It's a good bacon to green bean ratio. Sounds about right. So give that a good chop. And again, what we're using here is we're using a hickory smoked thick cut bacon. It's gonna hold up well in the heat. It won't crisp up too quick. All right, bacon goes in. We're gonna toss about 4 tablespoons of olive oil. In my case, the avocado oil, of course. And then a little bit more of that Traeger veggie rub. All right, and then just mix it up. Make sure that rub gets on all the green beans, the bacon gets incorporated well, garlic gets distributed. And this is one of those dishes you can really use with any in-season vegetable, whether it's green beans, asparagus, really anything you have. All right, so the green beans are all mixed up. So what I'm gonna do is, again, put this on the Traeger veggie tray. This is one of those perfect accessories that allows all the smoke to penetrate through. We're gonna spread that out. All right, in the Traeger, 500 degrees. If you don't have the Timberline or the Ironwood, remember, just turn it all the way up to high, lid closed for about 15 minutes, let the temperature get as high as it can. On my Timberline though, set it to 500 degrees and you're gonna be good. All right, so the green beans are in the Traeger. Again, we're gonna have those in there for about 10 to 15 minutes. While those are cooking, we're gonna get the salmon ready. What we're gonna do is we've got a little Italian dressing. I know it seems kind of silly, sounds weird, Italian dressing salmon, but trust me, it is delicious. Just spread some of that on. In here, you've got some nice, sweet, tangy flavor, a little bit of garlic. All right, so we've lathered it up with Italian dressing. Now we're gonna take our Traeger blackened Saskatchewan, we call it Sasquatch rub. It's delicious, doesn't matter what you call it. It is amazing. You've got a lot of pepper in here, some garlic, and all of their other signature spices. We wanna make sure it has a nice coating on there. We're going to take this, put it in the Traeger at 325 degrees. We want to cook it for about 10 to 20 minutes. It really depends on how thick that salmon is. The key with salmon is you want to make sure it's 145 degrees internally. You want the salmon to be nice and flaky and tear apart. Do not overcook the salmon. That's the #1 sin with fresh salmon. Whew. All right guys, look at these green beans. These are amazing. Fresh from the garden, picked green beans. We've got a slight char on there. That hickory smoked bacon is cooked to perfection. All that Traeger seasoning on there. All right, so we're scraping all those green beans and bacon into the serving dish. We're gonna grab a couple lemons. Put that fresh lemon juice on there. Again, just gonna add a nice fresh tartness to it. We're gonna toss this up a little bit. And there we have it. baked green beans with hickory smoked bacon. We're gonna set this aside, finish up the salmon, put it all together. It's gonna be delicious. So the easiest way to make sure that you hit that 145 mark that we're looking for that perfectly cooked salmon is you want to use the Traeger's meat probe. So easy. You stick the probe into the meat or the fish and then just turn on the probe. You're going to set to whatever temperature you want, push the button in, and you're good to go. It's that easy. And one of the best things with the Timberline 850 that I have here at home is the app on my phone is I can actually be away from the grill. That probe is going to send a signal to my phone from the Wi-Fi that lets me know when I do hit that 145. It's so simple. I don't have to stand here and manage it. I can be out playing with my friends, my family, and just enjoying the day while my fish is cooking. So we've got our salmon on the platter. We're gonna add some of those delicious garden fresh green beans with that hickory smoked bacon. Remember, we have that dill cream sauce. I'm gonna top a little bit of that. Now I know the salmon is gonna be perfectly cooked because we had our meat probe set off at 145. Look at that, perfectly cooked salmon. That dill cream sauce is gonna be so good. That blackened seasoning on top, a little bit of pepper, a little bit of heat. That Italian dressing, surprisingly, really adds a nice pop of flavor. This cream sauce, I could just keep shoveling in. Let's go for these green beans. You know what? I don't need a fork. That bacon, the best part is these little blackened ends. They're a little bit crispy, perfectly cooked, al dente style. French fries, pretty much have nothing on this. Should be burgers and green beans, I tell you. So glad you joined us again for another edition of Traeger Tuesday. It's been awesome doing some of my favorite dishes here. Make sure that you like us, subscribe, you hit that notification bell. We really want to be able to send you new videos when they pop up. Until next time, I'm Jason. Thank you. You guys should come get some of this. Woo. So good.